All right, guys. With that down, let's move on to this, shall we? You know, I don't know if you heard about this, but in a little under 2 weeks, there's going to be a football game called the Superb Owl, the Super Bowl. Super Bowl is coming. Now, of course, as movie fans, one of the things that we get really excited about because of Super Bowl is that's when they drop some of the big trailers, right? But here's the hitch. Why doesn't every movie put out a trailer at Super Bowl? It's so big and has such an impact. Because it's expensive. It's really expensive. Some movies' marketing budgets are like $20 million, right? So when you have, just a couple of years ago, a 30-second, not even the full 2 minutes, a 30-second spot on the Super Bowl was like $5 million. You would be talking at the time of like some movies are going to be spending like 10, 15, 20% of their entire marketing budget just for one 30-second spot. Well, now that price tag seems like the good old days because according to a report now, Fox is selling 30-second Super Bowl ads for $8 million a piece. That means, let's say you've got a movie's going to have a 30, 40, even a $50 million marketing budget. You're talking spending like 20% of your
Those
marketing.
Those are Dr. Evil prices.
Yeah, these are
$8 million.
for 30 seconds. Now, it says they've already sold 10 spots at $8 million, but the average price right now is about $7.5 million. This kind of just doubles down on the fact that, you know, remember when, I think it was with Super Bowl that Falcon and the Winter Soldier trailer dropped? It was with one of the big football, I think it was Super Bowl, but when a movie drops a trailer on Super Bowl, its engagement goes through the roof. Because when you drop it on YouTube and online, people who are interested in seeing that trailer will go see it. When you drop it at the Super Bowl, you're put in front of an audience that may not normally go out to look for your trailer. You're putting it in front of eyeballs who are the valuable eyeballs, the people who may not be thinking about going to see your movie. You're getting your ad in front of the biggest audience possible. And so it comes with a premium price. $8 million though. It starts to get to the point where if you're a movie executive, can you justify spending 15, 20% more of your entire marketing budget for one 30-second spot? And we all know what these spots now are, right? They're 30-second spots that end with full trailer online now.
Where it's cheaper.
Yeah, where you can see the full 2 minutes and we don't have to pay anything to upload it to YouTube, right? Because ain't nobody buying 4 30-second spots to play their full 2-minute trailer. Although kudos to anybody who does. That would be, at this rate, $32 million if they wanted to play their full 2-minute trailer on the Super Bowl.
Worth it.
Are we going to see Reed Richards, John?
Well, see, that brings up an interesting question about what are going to be the trailers that play. Now, I'm sure we're going to speculate a lot about this over the next 10 days or so. But there's one report going around. Again, I don't think there's any reason to believe in the total validity of it, but this is the one that's being shared around a lot. Now, this is from comicbookmovie.com, but they're sharing as well. The speculation is there will be a spy teaser, either MI8 or The Amateur, a Jurassic World Rebirth trailer.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Which that makes sense. Here's one that 100% makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
F1. The new Brad Pitt film. It's a sporting movie. You know, that could have stuff
Joseph
in there.
Kosinski directing.
What's that?
Joseph Kosinski.
Oh, that's
coming
right.
off
He's
of
directing
Top
it.
Gun
That's
Maverick.
right.
Mm-hmm.
Thunderbolts. I 100%
Yeah.
believe that.
Yeah.
I fully expect
I
the
hope
Thunderbolts.
so, yeah.
Lilo and Stitch, which I also believe because you know why? You know who's watching the Super Bowl?
Lilo.
Dads.
Oh.
A lot of dads.
That sweet little fictitious kid.
A lot of dads and parents are going to be watching Super Bowl, so that makes sense. And the other one is Fantastic Four, which, I mean, you have to, right? Like, here's my thought around Fantastic Four. By the way, I still firmly believe we're going to get a Superman trailer.
Yeah.
I know it wasn't that long ago that we got the first one. Super Bowl is just too big of an opportunity.
Someone's got to talk.
Yes. And second trailer, yeah, first trailer, Not much dialogue. That's fine. Second trailer's when you got to start getting into the meat of the stuff. But other than Superman, I think the one that really, really needs it is Fantastic Four. Because I think a lot of people in our 5% bubble, the 5% bubble being the people who make shows like this and people who watch shows like this, we're the 5% bubble. We all think, you don't even need to advertise that. Everybody's excited about Fantastic Four. Yeah. They've made other Fantastic Four movies, and they did not go well.
No.
And they're going to have to win an audience over, because there's going to be a lot of average moviegoers that are going, again? Another Fantastic Four? This is the third cast in like 15 years that we're going to see in the Fantastic Four. This is a good place to drop something like that. And so I totally buy into that. So yeah, I think this list makes sense. Also, the Mission Impossible 8 one, completely. Final Reckoning needs a good, full, meaty trailer. That's going to appeal to the grr kind of audience that's watching the
I'm
Super
really
Bowl.
excited for this movie.
Guys, we want to take a second to thank a sponsor of today's video, Kikoff. January always feels like recovery mode, doesn't it? I mean, after all the holiday fun and, let's be honest, all the holiday spending, it can feel like a credit hangover. But don't worry, I've got the perfect solution to help you bounce back in 2025. Kikoff, the #1 credit building app in the App Store. Kikoff is a total game changer if you're looking to start building or improving your credit. Their plans? They start at just $5 a month. No credit check, no hidden fees, and no interest. Everybody's been there, guys. Trying to navigate credit can feel like a maze, but Kikoff makes it easy. You can sign up in minutes on your phone and be instantly set up with a credit line designed specifically for building credit, not for spending. And here's a fun fact. If your credit's under 600, you could jump around 28 points in your first month. It's that simple. Shake off the credit hangover and look forward to brighter credit with Kikoff. Get your first month for just $1 at getkikoff.com/Campea today. That's getkikoff, KIKOFF.com/Campea. Must sign up via kickoff.com/Campea to activate offer. Offer applies to new customers first month only. Subject to approval. Offer subject to change. Terms and conditions may apply. Points out based on Equifax VantageScore 3.0 changes for Kickoff users starting under 600 who made their first on-time payment between January 2021 and March 2024. Payment and credit activity outside of Kickoff can have an impact on your credit. Individual results may vary. Mission Impossible
Yeah,
8?
I really
me
am.
too. Listen, with all the crap that Mission Impossible 7 got because of its utterly ridiculous title, but I mean, I liked Dead Reckoning Part 1. I liked it. I don't think it was one of the best Mission Impossible movies, but I liked it, and I'm looking forward to seeing the second one. So, Rob, let me go over to you on this. Out of the ones that we just listed off here, which are the ones that you think are most likely, and maybe what are one or two you think might be missing from this that you think might have a shot at playing at Super Bowl?
Well, I can't help but think our biggest franchises that have made more than, $1 billion. Jurassic Park, I think for sure.
Yeah.
One, I got to tell you, I'm actually really intrigued by this new Jurassic Park movie. I mean, you know me, John. Anytime dinosaurs are eating people, I'll watch it. But I don't know. It just seems to me like they could have been. I don't know why I'm excited for it, but I am. They're going to do something new. So I think we're going to get that. I think we're absolutely going to get a Superman trailer. I think we're absolutely going to get a Mission Impossible trailer. And like the animated shows, the Lilo and Stitch, probably. I would imagine that Fantastic. I don't know if they'll do Captain America, Thunderbolts, and Fantastic Four. That's a lot of money, but I think they have to. I think Disney kind of has to, because you're looking at February, May, and July. And that's a stacked, and all of those movies should somehow be intertwined. And I think they need this, because we had one movie that was kind of not really an MCU movie in Deadpool and Wolverine. These three movies are bringing the MCU back. So I think this is...
And they're such different tones. So just do it.
Yeah.
See, I don't think they'll do Captain America because if Captain America is a little bit further away, but Captain America is literally going to be coming out in single-digit days after the Super Bowl, and so I'm already thinking they're going to consider their marketing saturated by that point.
Yeah, maybe. Although I think they need all the help they can get.
Yeah.
So,
well, they are projecting like a $95 million opening for it right now. I have my doubts it'll do that, but that's what they're projecting.
all we've been doing is basing our like and dislike of a film on reshoots or whatever. When all films have, this had a lot of reshoots, like from the very beginning to shoot it again, but that doesn't mean it's not good. I'm hoping, I've got fingers crossed for that, but I don't think there's anything that I would have to look at the whole release schedule in front of me in terms of what the movies are, but I'm sure that there's one or two that we've missed. But I think F1 is what's that?
I was agreeing with you.
Oh, F1.
He's
But
not
I-
used to
shocked
that.
by that.
He's
Any
not used to that.
sports-related movie should probably be on the
Oh,
Super
yeah.
Bowl. There is one though that there's one we're missing. It's on the top of my head, and I don't know what it is.
Avatar.
That's too
No,
far.
I think that's too far away.
See,
although-
I think it's absolutely too far away, but I make an exception for the too far away rule when it comes to Super Bowl, right? Because that's such an opportunity. The only reason I don't think they're going to do Avatar is because I think Avatar, while it needs a marketing campaign, I don't think it needs Super Bowl.
No.
And so I think they're going to save their money and then go hardcore when it gets closer. Chris, you heard the list. Which ones do you think are most likely on there? And do you have any films that you think we're not thinking about that could possibly pop up at the Super Bowl?
Shocked that you don't think James Cameron will spend $8 million to show some papyrus to all of us. Oh my
More
goodness.
papyrus.
I definitely agree with Rob about Jurassic Park being in the mix there too. I think that's a no-brainer. I think Superman and all of those kinds of films, all of your big tentpole blockbuster movies are there. People in the chat were saying, do those movies even need the Super Bowl? Yes, they do. Because your average moviegoer, we're all in our little bubble, right? All of us in the chat, everyone who's in this room, we all love movies, so we know about what's coming out. For your average Joe Schmo, you need to remind them that that movie's going to be coming out, right? The big winner for these Super Bowl commercials, though, is always Farmer's Dog, and that's all I care about. There's going to be a sad puppy commercial that's going to make me cry and hold my dog. And just a fun fact for everybody, this is something I tell my students all the time, too. So the word Super Bowl has been copywritten since 1969. That's one of the things that also helps inflate the cost of these commercials, because if you say the Super Bowl, it's why so many people say the big game,
Right.
you have to pay the NFL money. I bring this up to my actors all the time because I have so many clients who have booked Super Bowl commercials that are non-union and they make no money. So rule of thumb, if you are a burgeoning actor, if they can afford to say Super Bowl, they can afford to pay you residuals and more money.
Here's a couple of movies that our viewers are writing in that I want to throw out there. Okay. Give me what you think the chances are. Ballerina, the new John Wick universe movie with Anna de
When does that
Armas.
come out?
June.
June is kind of far.
Not really.
But does Lionsgate want to spend that?
That's the thing.
That's
That's
the
my
thing.
question. Does Lionsgate have the money to drop $7.5 or $8 million on a 30-second spot? That's practically a third of the budget of the movie.
They're better off getting Anna de Armas to go to the Super Bowl.
Yeah. She literally could just be
Okay,
sitting there,
Anna,
like, flipping
how
her iPad.
quick-
Yeah.
Cut to her on the sidelines.
Yes.
Just,
Exactly.
Anna, how
Flipping
quick
around
can
with a
you
gun.
start dating one of the players?
Right.
And then can you sit in the box and
Just-
have the camera go to you
yeah.
20 times?
Have her
Okay.
sit next to Taylor Swift.
So how about this one? How to Train Your Dragon.
I think yes.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
that's
That's
possible.
actually a good one.
Yeah.
Which one have I
Coming off a huge franchise. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
our-
actually. I had 3, and that tops all 3 of those.
What were your 3?
Possibly an Alto Nights, just because it's Scorsese. Possibly a Paddington,
Oh, that's right.
Paddington's a good pick.
Paddington.
and then I kind of think I forgot. Oh, and Sinners, maybe Sinners.
Well,
but
they
I don't know what
just
the
dropped
budget on
their
that
trailer,
is.
right?
Yeah.
Smaller budget. What about Mickey 17?
I thought that too, but I don't know what their budget is on. I mean,
But they
it's-
just dropped a new trailer for that too.
Yeah.
Yep, that's true as well.
What
So
about 28 days or 28 years? Is it years
28.
now? What is that
28
thing?
years later.
years,
Yeah.
I wonder if it's too small budget of
Okay.
a film to do it. I don't know. I'm just wondering if it's too small. I really like the How to Train Your Dragon one.
I do
though.
too.
I think that makes the
Yeah, I
most
think it's
sense.
really
For the
good.
same
They've got
reason
the
as-
money for it.
Yeah, they got the money for it. Same thing as the Lilo and Stitch thing. There's going to be a lot of parents watching that.
And Lilo.
Yeah, and of course
Definitely.
Lilo will be in there as well. Anyway, guys, question is for you. What do you think about this? It's getting more expensive every year. Now they're saying a 30-second spot at the Super Bowl may run you $8 million just for one spot. What movies do you think we're going to see trailers for at the big game? Whatever you guys think, jump down to the comment section below and let us know your thoughts.